Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. In today's video we're going to look at getting started with the Hedonists of Slaanesh in Warhammer Age of Sigmar using the faction Spearhead box set as a starting point. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. Leading the box set is a Slaanesh wizard, the Shardspeaker of Slaanesh. Now, this model has 5 health, 5+ save, control score of 2, and actually has a couple of different attack profiles. First of all, the Haze Staff, which is damage D3 from 3 attacks, and another 4 attacks at damage D3 with the companion roll from the Shadow Cloak Claws. However, you can only use the Shadow Cloak Claws by using the Mist Lurker's ability. This passive ability that we have is going to mean if this unit successfully casts a spell, we can then use that attack. But we've also got Twisted Mirror, where we can pick an enemy unit within 8 inch to be the target. On a 4+, we actually subtract 1 from the save rolls of that unit as well. The model also has a built-in ward of 6+, making it an okay survival hero. It can be safe from other magic, potentially a little bit of splash damage might get saved here and there, but a solid enough wizard that's going to allow us to get access to manifestations. First unit we're going to look at are the Bliss Barb Archers. These 1 health, 6+ save archers get 2 shots at 18 inch with range 1, damage 1 from their Bliss Barb bows. The Bliss Brew Homunculus they have with them is a token for the unit, and you have 1 for every 10 models in the unit. You can subtract 1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks that target this unit while the Homunculus is there. However, if you make a modified save roll of 1 for the unit, you remove the Homunculus and the bonus here goes away. Other than that, they are a pretty standard archer unit. They're not overly powerful in combat either. They've got 1 attack at 3s and 4s, no rend, damage 1. Slickblade Seekers are next, and they do provide us with a little bit more punch. 4 health and a 5+ save with a nice fast 12-inch move on them. They have charge +1 damage, so there'll be 3 attacks at 3s and 4s, rend 1, damage 2 on the charge, with an extra couple of attacks from the Exalted Steeds they ride. An unrivaled velocity as well means this unit can reroll charge rolls, meaning you are saving command points when you need this unit to go get those charges. You're not trying to and ah on that long bomb charge, you get 2 shots at it, or you fail. It's a nice thing to have there, to not have to spend command points and and ah on that reroll when you are attempting, a long charge. Lastly, in the box here, we get a unit of Slangor Fiendbloods. They come in units of 3 with 3 health each, of 5+ save there as well. Now they do have a decent combat profile with 4 attacks on 4s, 3s, rend 1, damage 2, and if any damage points were allocated to this unit this turn, they can actually make a normal move as is where your movement phase, so they can get right in there. This is pretty cool because that normal move, if you get shot at, potentially can get them in range for a counter charge ability or anything like that as well, or even move them onto an objective. Now, this can be combined, obviously, with other things. They've got a champion model there, which gives them the extra attack on one of the models. And infantry is what they are, even though they sort of look like a little bit more monstrous. Now, where to go next? Something I actually like, and I think is a really techie sort of piece for the Hedonists of Slaanesh, and they do need to play a more technical game than some of the other armies in Age of Sigmar at the moment, is the Lord of Hubris. You First, I Insist is a really interesting ability where you pick an enemy unit in combat and your opponent has to decide either they'll gain the strikes first rule but must target your Lord of Hubris, or they gain strikes last. This is pretty cool and essentially means this model is a sacrificial pawn at times. What this can do is means your opponent has to then target your model with strikes first. All its attacks have to go in there, and then you can actually hit back with something else. Any combat phase as well means you can use a ability called Only the Best Will Suffice, where you pick a friendly Myrmidesh Painbringers or Simbresh Twin Soul units nearby, roll a dice, and on the 3+. For the rest of the turn, each time a model in the target unit is slain by a combat attack that was in combat with the attacking unit, you roll a dice and inflict a mortal damage on that unit. He also has a 5+ ward there on top of the 5+ save, meaning the model, if you are sort of choosing something that's not going to put too many attacks into him, can get lucky and actually survive those attacks as well. Lastly, looking for a unit to go along with this model, the Myrmidesh Painbringers are probably my pick of the two. 2+ on their health and a 3+ save. Their Wicked Scimitars, 3 attacks at 3s and 3s, Ren 1, damage 1. But the Paragons of Battle means you can actually add 1 to the Ren characteristic of their melee attacks while they're contesting an objective you don't control, meaning they're great at sort of charming through any enemy infantry. Our force today for the Hedonists and Slaanesh will use the Supreme Sybarites battle formation. This gives us Godly Ambitions, which is a passive, and we can add 3 to the control scores of friendly non-hero Hedonists or Slaanesh units while they're within the combat range of friendly Hedonists or Slaanesh heroes. So we get heroes near our units and we've got extra control on objectives. And so, our first regiment is going to be led by the Shardspeaker of Slaanesh. This model is going to be our general, and the reason we've gone for this over the Lord of Hubris is because sometimes that model is going to be used as a sacrificial pawn. Now we've got the artifact of power, the icon of infinite excess here, which means we can pick a friendly non-hero Hedonists or Slaanesh unit within 12 inch to be the target and add 1 to their attacks once per battle. For regiments in the unit, we then have Blissbarb Archers, a Slickblade Seekers unit, Slangor Fiendbloods, and a Myrmidesh Painbringers unit that's been reinforced, a perfect target for that icon of infinite excess. Our second character and regiment, in fact, will have the only model in it as the Lord of Hubris. This model has gone and taken our heroic trait, which is going to be Into the Fray, where if this unit charged this turn and the charge roll was A+, this unit has strikes first for the rest of the turn. This is pretty cool because if we actually get strikes last on this model as well, means we won't actually have either of the rules. They both sort of cancel each other out. We hope this video was helpful in getting you started with Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and it was able to give you some ideas and inspiration to start your own force in the game. If you have any other questions at all, please comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all our future Warhammer Age of Sigmar content.